This tutorial is going to show you how to get the free Python SDK examples, and then how to use the Python SculptModifierDeformer to add stamps to your object and animate them. The first thing you need to do is get the Python scripts. So come over to developers.maxon.net. Under Python, click on the GitHub repository. On this page, you click clone or download, and then download zip. When it's downloaded, just open up your zip file, and it'll look something like this here. You'll have a plugins folder. In that plugins folder will be all your Python scripts. Next, you want to find your Cinema 4D installation, which I've got here. Go into the plugins folder, and you just want to drag and drop the plugins from that zip file straight into the plugins folder in Cinema 4D. So in here, you'll have all your Python scripts now in Cinema 4D. Now we just start up Cinema 4D. And under the plugins, you'll see another plugins folder, and there you'll find all the plugins that are available from the SDK. And the one we're going to look at first is the Python script called SculptModifierDeformer. Add one of those to my scene. Now, this acts as a deformer on an object, and it will add stamps to that object. So I need an object which has a high polygon count. So I'm going to create a sphere here with 500 segments, so it's quite dense in its polygon count. Now I'm going to put the deformer under the sphere. And you can see here that it's automatically adding stamps to the object. You can change the pressure, the radius of the stamps. We can also have a texture here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a texture by coming up to the 4D Publish Content view. You can use any stamp for this. You can use a texture from disk, or you can use ones from the Cinema 4D content system itself. And so what I'm going to do here with the 4D Publish Content view is just find one in the sculpting folder here. I'm going to find, let's just find this flower, that'll do. And then we enable it. And now we want to adjust this a little bit, so we'll bring the pressure down. Make the radius a bit bigger. Here we can see we've got these flower shapes around on the model. And we can increase the number of stamps that we want. Let's bring that up to maybe 50. See what that looks like. And we can also adjust the rotation of these. So just for something interesting, what I'm going to do is create a little animation with this. So on the start frame here, I'm going to add a keyframe for the number of stamps at 0. And then around 30, I'm going to add 50 stamps. Keyframe that. And then I'm going to keyframe the rotation of the stamps at that, from that point. And then at frame 90, I'm going to rotate these around to 360. So now as I play, it's going to add stamps to the surface. And then it's just going to start rotating them around. Now if we just take a look at this script here, it'll be found in the plugins folder under PySculpt, under PySculptModifierDeformer, and you can edit that in any text editor that you have. And then you can see all the code used for that particular deformer. The key to this one is the Sculpt Modifier interface. So you can look up Sculpt Modifier interface in the Python documentation.